Good evening, everybody. Oh, I like this. I like it. It's nice and. So you can unmute yourself. This is going to be a different one today because I've spent all day preparing not to prepare. That's wonderful, isn't it? I'm going with the feelings, and that's what it's about. It's let's check in with our feelings and see what happens. So it'd be remiss of me to actually think about some things to say and do that take us away from our feelings. So yeah, I picked a song which is on my website, the Aliveness song. I picked it. I can't get over Fearless Soul. We listened to Believe last week, and this one's a cover version of Fix You. And it could be sad for some people, it could be whatever, but I really want you just to go with whatever feeling you've got when we play it. I think it's a beautiful song, it's a beautiful rendition of it, and I want to get you into that space where you're in touch with your feelings. If you click the off button and disappear, that's fine as well. There's no problem with that. That's what it's about. And I'm really resonating in my feeling now. I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying, I'm just resonating in it. And I'll just do an introduction about me. I'm Ian McGill, I'm a transformational coach. I have a website now, and I have a YouTube channel where you can go and watch some of the snippets of me talking about things all around our thinking, our nutrition and our movement. I've been on the keto journey. It's been about a year now. Imagine it's been about a year. So, but one thing I noticed was that the real important part of this is your thinking. Really good things will happen in a bad feeling moment, and really bad things will happen in a good feeling moment. Does anybody recognize that? You know, if you worry about things enough, then it might not happen, or you're in a really good place and something drags you down, and that's what we're going to talk about today: feelings. And something good will happen when you're in a bad feeling moment, which is created by your thinking sometimes. And the best way to get over that is to be present, be in the now. I'm going to get us in the mood, and then we're going to do something, and then we're going to put some stuff in the chat. So we've got a lovely size of people, and anybody can speak. Okay, I know it's sometimes difficult, but even if you give me some stuff in the chat to talk about with feelings, people have been on this talk on a Monday night know that the most juice comes out of the conversation that we have with people. And we've got a lovely number of people, and everybody's supportive, and I will just speak to whatever you bring up in the context of checking in with our feelings. So just by the nature of it, I can even feel myself being completely in contact with my feelings right now as I'm talking, and I don't know how that happened. Maybe because I've been looking at it all day. But if it's uncomfortable for you, go with it. I'll pre-frame it. Your feelings can't really hurt you. We just think they can. And if you can only think yourself away from your well-being. You have well-being, whatever that is for you, and then you can think yourself away from that, and you can think yourself to misery. And you are the thinker. So we've got more time to talk, we've got more time to get to the nitty-gritty, and let's get a resolution about some of these feelings. So I'm going to play the song, get us all in the mood, and then I'm going to ask you to do something for 3 minutes to get in touch with your feeling state. Just enough to understand some things about it. So we'll play the song, and then I'll speak about the song, what it means to me, and some buzzwords in it as well. And then you can join in if you want. Feel free. Anybody that wants to partake in just saying what the song means to them, or what it's evoked in them as an emotion. But I really want you just to sit back and listen to it, and just either wallow in it, enjoy it for the beauty of the song. I will try to fix you. So the whole essence of this song, from my viewpoint, is you can't fix anybody because they're not broken. You're not broken, you're not lacking, and you are enough. You have your worth, your self-worth. So try to fix you. I quite like it because they can only try to fix you, they can't fix you. And that's a spin on the song that it's a beautiful song, beautiful words, so much to take from it. And I just chunked it up to being stuck. If you're stuck in your thinking, then you need to let it go. Use the words in the song, let it go. Whatever that thinking is, let it go. And I promise you, you will come home. And home for me is true nature. And when it says lights are guiding you home, that's what I do when I talk to people, because of my own insight that I've now come home to the person I was before all my catastrophic thinking, my insecure thinking, my habitual thinking. I've come home to my true nature. And it's not scary. You feel vulnerable because you're not relying on your thinking, but it's not scary being in contact with your feelings. Stuck, let it go, come home to your true nature, then love yourself. Take self-love and love and connection for someone else, for other people. And the last word in there was ignite. Ignite for me is what I talk about, aliveness. You ignite your bones. You become alive when you're in connection with what's inside you to come outside of you. It doesn't matter so much what goes on outside of you. It can't really affect you as much as you think. The circumstances outside of yourself, it's only the meaning you give to your thinking that takes you away from your good feeling. So tonight's not about avoiding bad feelings, because good feelings and bad feelings are barometers for what you should do. And there's only one person here that can tell you what to do, and that's you. Nobody knows what's going on in your head, and that's the place where you need to go to. You need to go to your head, and you need to stop whatever's taking you away from your well-being, whatever's taking you away from your good feeling. You need to pause the thinking. I call it notice. We'll come on to some. I'm reading a poem today that's going to point to this. You've got to notice what's taking you away from that well-being. And then you've got to press play on your aliveness. There's nothing. You must know when you're in the flow. You must know there's been times in your life when you've been in the flow and everything is simple. Just happens. It just turns up for you. And if it's complex, then that's your personal thinking. That's your habitual thinking. That's your contaminated thinking. Innocently playing over and over again. That's what stuck means. Excuse me. I was stuck for years, so I dropped the thinking that kept me stuck. And you get momentum, you get motivation, you move forward with a good feeling. It's so simple. It's so simple. We miss it because we're not in touch with it. And it's like it's there. So if I said to you now, think of your right knee, you're only thinking of it now, but you weren't thinking of it before. And it's a bit like that when we don't think of our feelings, or don't think of our sensations, or don't think of our emotions. They're there all the time, but we're so fixated up in our head. Got a couple of things there that highlight the fact that when you're stuck up in your head and you're not present, you miss so much. And if you're not present with yourself, which is the starting point, but not in a way that's going to scare you. I've said this before when I say to people, and also me, when you say go and sit with a quiet mind, everybody panics because you think you're going to get all that thought coming in. And when you let that go and drops like layers, looks like I put layers on, sorry, there we are, layers on the heart here. I don't know if you can see, but there's layers on that. As you strip back the layers to get to the true meaning of the feeling that's driving all this, it won't hurt you. The feeling can't hurt you. It's only the thinking and the meaning you apply to it. And then it becomes a big sensation in your body, and then it becomes worse and worse and worse. And then it can become an anxiety attack, a panic attack, it can become a lot of things. but it can actually stop you showing up in the world. I'm asking you to go and I spent 30 minutes on my own with my feelings, which led to me having tears of realization. 30 minutes I spent, and it completely revolutionized how I show up in the world. I can't do anxiety anymore. I'm not scared of any of my feelings. I'm not scared of any of my emotions. And I just use responsive intelligence now to live in the present moment and come up with some solutions to that. And if I'm not doing that, it's because of a few things. One is I'm not moving enough, or my nutrition's wrong, or I'm just making my negative thoughts, they get overstimulated. And I would rather be sitting for 3 minutes, getting in touch with my feelings, than spending 3 days worrying about something. 3 days getting stuck in our heads.